I booked a flight to Bergen, Norway with Kiwi.com. My flight from JFK to Oslo was delayed, which caused me to miss my connecting flight to Bergen. I contacted Kiwi. The agent said there's nothing they can do, and basically said that her record showed that the flight left on time. I didn't feel validated, and I am technically very upset. We booked through Kiwi a flight to Bergen, Norway, for 5 people, 3 adults and 2 children, leaving from JFK International in New York. The flight from JFK was delayed because when I booked with Kiwi, there was connecting flight from Oslo to Bergen. When I booked with Kiwi, I noticed that there was a it says you have to self-transfer, and they explained what that meant, and um they said it clearly said that a 2-hour layover was enough time to self-transfer. I have never self-transferred before internationally, so I'm assuming that was enough time. So the flight from JFK to Oslo was delayed. By the time we landed in Oslo, our flight to Bergen was already in the air. We were literally stranded in Oslo because Oslo's airport there was a lot of cancellation from other airlines, and my brother who lives in Bergen actually went online and booked us had to book us all new flight to Bergen, which I had to refund him the money. So when I got back to the US, because when I got to Oslo, when I got to Bergen, I contacted Kiwi and they said I have to finish my itinerary, complete my itinerary, meaning when I come back to the US, I have to contact them, which I did. And I spoke to a representative um, who said it was my responsibility to self transfer, of course. Then she went on after, back and forth. She said, her records show that the flight from JFK left on time. And we're like, well, that's not true. Do I need to contact NOR to get some? And I feel like, she should have access to that information. Um, Basically, I'm upset because I felt like she's calling me a liar. I my complaints was not validated. I feel like I we had to come out of pocket, and I would like to be refunded that money because we paid for our flights, which the flight to Bergen, which we weren't on by no fault of ours. I must say. And not only that, the the flight from Bergen back to Oslo for our trip to back to the US, that flight from Bergen was also delayed. From Bergen to Oslo was also delayed. Luckily, when we landed, we said the flight was actually boarding. And we made a conscious choice to either miss our flight or leave our luggage. And my husband was like, there's nothing in that suitcase we can replace. So we decided to just go through instead of um, going to get to check our bag and collect our bag and baggage claim and check it again and go through the whole process. We decided to go straight to connecting flights, and we had to leave our bag um, in Oslo. And luckily, we didn't have boarding passes or anything, so we had to wait till that flight was um, completely boarded so they can print out our boarding pass. It was just not a pleasant experience back and forth. Luckily, the airline sent our luggage to us. So I would actually like a refund of, I'm not saying of the whole trip, but at least the leg of the trip that we missed from Oslo to Bergen, because I had to come out of pocket. Well, my brother came out of pocket and I had to refund him $875. I first of all, I have to say that the representative I just I'm really angry about her response because it's saying like, make me feel like I'm trying to get over or something. And I felt like my complaints wasn't validated, and she was not listening to me. Honestly, I would like a at least some of my money back because we was not on that flight, and we did pay for insurance, and I don't know what did the insurance entail, like what does the insurance covered, but she did not even we did not even get to that point. Or she didn't even say, well, you know contact Norse airline and see what they have to say. There was no like, okay, let me help you through this. It's sort of like, no, 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 it's not our fault. It's not our fault. It's not our fault. We can't do anything for you.